I have this year someone to help me present, just to introduce you to the award, who's a very old friend of mine, doctor, professor, teacher, entrepreneur, Helena Gaunt, who's the vice principal of the Guildhall School of Music and Drama here. And just to introduce the award, I thought it might be nice to if Helen just told you two minutes about the course from which the participants we're going to hear from today. We've got 3 participants, but it's part of a broader course entitled the Creative Entrepreneurs course. So I'll just pass you over to Helena for a couple of minutes.
Thanks very much, Paul. And I'd just like to extend a huge welcome to you all to the Guildhall School. It's a real pleasure to have you here today, and thank you for staying on for this last session. What's the point of Guildhall Creative Entrepreneurs? Well, essentially, what we're trying to do with this is to recognise that the world has changed a great deal and is continuing to change. And that's absolutely affecting performing artists as it's affecting every one of us. And what we're about is trying to support our alumni and our staff to think about developing sustainable business, new sustainable business in the performing arts. And we're doing that because we recognise that people need to be able to go out there and make their own work. The jobs are not just going to come to them. They've got to be able to go out and make their own work. And there are so many really exciting opportunities and new white space to discover in our disciplines that are just waiting to happen in lots of ways. So that's what we're about. And Creative Entrepreneurs has been running now for 3 years, and we incubate up to 10 businesses each year. Right now, we're shifting, we're stepping up a gear, and we have gone public. So this is no longer just about Guildhall alumni and staff. It's about anyone in the London area in the performing arts who wants to come and develop a sustainable business. And that might be a commercial business, it might be a social enterprise. It really depends on what people are wanting to try and achieve and what they're looking for in terms of their own lifestyle and what they want to get out of the business. So it's still a really new scheme, and we're so grateful to the support of people like Paul and Amati Global in helping us to find the way to run this effectively, because the arts and business have been worlds that have tended to live apart, and what we're trying to do is bring them closer together. So it's been invaluable to have your support, and we really value this award. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Helena. Just very quickly to introduce you to the judging panel, Brian Schooler and Chris Mawson, you know from the boards of the Amati VCTs. Chairing the panel this year is Anne Cottis, who was on the panel last year, who's a former partner from PwC and has been involved in mentoring lots of young entrepreneurs. And you'll probably recognise Jenny Beer, who was the first winner of the award 2 years ago. And we felt it would be very appropriate to have somebody on the panel who's been through the course and has the experience from that side of things. So we're going to hear from 3 companies who will present to you. Though maybe the judges will ask some questions, and at the end, the judges will retire to consider their verdict. During which time we're going to hear a quick update from last year's winner of the award, which was the Docklands Symphonia, and then at the end, the judges will announce the winner and we'll present the award. So I hope you find this interesting and enjoyable. Thank you.
Pedro na beira danou-se a falar. Ele a aldeia e a beira do mar. Minha aldeia leva incertezas pra seu orixá. Preamar, temer nada, qual medo de amar. Zonzeira da, bandeira da, fronteira não há. Pedro na beira tornou a falar. Leva incertezas pra seu orixá. Tirar, teimar. Água salgada não faz acalmar. Debandar, temer amar, qual medo de amar. Tonteira dá, canseira dá, fronteira não há. Temia afundar, leva incertezas pra seu orixá. Minha lei, ele a aldeia e a beira do mar. Preamar, temer nada, qual medo de amar. Zonzeira da, canseira da, fronteira não há.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Fernando Machado, and I'm a musician, guitarist, and songwriter. I spent most of my childhood in a small coast town called Iguape in São Paulo state, Brazil. And this is where I had most of my running around, cycling around, having the whole town as my playground. Sometimes after a very full-on day with my friends, I would go back home and hear my grandmother say that I was looking and probably smelling a bit like a Lambrego. And I didn't know what that word meant, but it stayed with me as a synonym of a very good, creative, social, and full-on in-the-zone moments. So when I started writing my own songs and sharing with my fellow musicians, I decided to call myself Lambrego. Lambrego is today an ensemble that writes, arranges, and performs new and original music inspired by Brazilian traditional songwriting. We collaborate with musicians and artists from all around the world, from different backgrounds, creating unique performances, bringing audiences together through our music. We have recorded and released 2 independent albums of original songs and 1 dedicated to children. We are based in both the UK and in Brazil, and the core artistic team is myself and the flautist Hannah Dunstep, that can't be here tonight, unfortunately. This year, as a result of this entrepreneur scheme, I decided our main aim was to reach new and bigger audiences. So I booked gigs throughout the year, all over the country, and we planned as well a summer tour that is happening right now. We started last Saturday. We had gigs, and we're going to have gigs in places like London, Brighton, Oxford, Hastings, and also 3 festivals, Eastbourne, and also 3 festivals. And also for this tour, we have been joined by the singer Beatriz Tomás that you just heard. So the idea for this tour and for all these gigs is to really try to find where our potential fans were, and really understand where we need to be and why. And so I think it's a very new development for us. In this same aim of finding new audiences and bigger audiences, we had some smaller tasks, which was so booking the gigs, but also increase our followers in social media. So we're very happy to say that we went, for example, in Facebook, we increased from 200 followers from January, and we already passed 600 people and followers on only on Facebook. And also we had an aim to play 20 gigs this year, and we're going to reach that amount in August now. So we're doing very well in terms of what we aimed for in the beginning of the year and what we're achieving now. And also, of course, the tour was something really big that we wanted to get done this summer. I think now, in terms of marketing for this year, we had some achievements as well. So our tour was listed in Songlines, which is one of the most famous world music magazines, and also for the Brazilian community in London, we've been listed for at Leros, which is a Brazilian magazine for Londoners. I think the idea now is for us to carry on spreading our music around and trying to really reach this new and bigger audiences. We have plans to record a new album over the next 6 months with Bia, and also as soon as we finish this tour, we're going to evaluate everything that happened, how it happened, all the financial side of it, and try to start planning for next year. Financially speaking, Lambrego is still in having break-even philosophy, I might say. We're still very happy to be covering our expenses and giving some of our guest musicians a small fee so they can carry on playing with us. But we're still not paying ourselves properly yet. So this is we calculated that we needed to have for this year around between 7,000 and 8,000 pounds to really pay for all the gigs and all the musicians for the 20 gigs that we planned. And we're not reaching that amount, but we're very happy to know that number so we can work towards it for next year and try to develop this tours and having a yearly routine of tours and gigs. To finish my presentation, we're going to sing one more song for you, and is one of our compositions, but is inspired by the culture of jongo. And the jongueiros that sing this kind of music, they sing about their ancestors, their culture, their lives, but they always leave a little bit of the chorus for the audience to join in. So that's what we want you to do. And so there's always la la las and la la yes with the same melody, and we're all going to sing together now. So this one is about longing for home, longing for places and people, the loved ones, and memories, happy memories. So Eu tô cheirando comida da mãe, eu tô lembrando histórias do pai. Faz tanto tempo que eu vim me embora, mas a saudade nunca que me sai. E lá, e lá, lá, e lá, 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 e. Eu tô cheirando comida da mãe, eu tô lembrando histórias do pai. Faz tanto tempo que eu vim me embora, mas a saudade nunca que me... Shall we all try? E lá, e lá, lá, e lá, 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 e. Ô galo rosa, tenha dó do meu penar. Minhas penas são douradas, galo sereno. Eu tenho medo de molhar na engoma. Lá, lá, e, lá, e. Lá, lá, e, lá, e. Lá, lá, e, lá, e, lá, lá, e. Eu tenho medo de molhar na engoma. Eu tô cheirando comida da mãe, eu tô lembrando histórias do pai. Faz tanto tempo que eu vim me embora, mas a saudade nunca que me sai. E lá, e lá, lá, e lá, 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 Thank you very much.
Fernando, are these on? Yes. Fernando, thank you very much. It was lovely to hear some of your music.
Thank you.
I'll just start the questioning.
Yes.
Having been on this course for a year, what have you really taken from it that you've used in putting your business together? What's been the most significant thing?
I think it might sound silly, but really going for it, you know, and really, because it's not my main income source, so it always kind of takes like, oh, I'll do this later or something. But this year I was like, no, I have, with all the deadlines and all the mentoring sessions and everything, it really gave me aims and really focus, and the deadlines in the course made me have my own deadlines for my business. So I was like, okay, by the summer I need to have at least this amount of gigs, this tour, and I think this was the main thing, not leaving a bit like, oh, I wish I had done this, you know. I think I've done most of what I really was hoping to do, I would say.
And many of us, when we learn from things that perhaps don't go quite as well as we might have expected the first time. So what are some of the things that have perhaps, you know, it's not quite worked out as you thought, but then you've looked back on it and moved things forward?
I would say it was a very successful year for me in terms of personal achievements. So I think everything I achieved was kind of what I wanted to achieve, but maybe I needed to make in a bigger scale for next year. You see, so the tour, like, I would love to have a tour where I get paid more, but now I have a tour, you see.
Yeah.
And the marketing, I would love to get more in different magazines or newspaper and all this kind of thing. But I've done a few that I think they were the most important ones. So I think it was just do a little bit more, be more prepared and have the contacts from this year. I think is a natural growth that hopefully will happen in terms of just of the scale of it. I wouldn't say that anything unsuccessful for this year in terms of I think in terms of learning curve was always going up.
Right.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about your audience. Do you know who is your potential audience? Is it largely focused on the Brazilian community, or
no? So I've been investigating that as well, and I have a few things to say, but maybe not completely accurate yet. But and that's the idea of reaching new and bigger audiences, is also to see how they respond. So being in London, for example, where you have so many Brazilian music and from other countries as well, and then you play in somewhere like Eastbourne that doesn't have anything like that, and see how they respond. That's been a very, very, very interesting experience. I would say that it's still, I'm still looking for this, to know exactly how to describe this audience, because it really varies. Like it goes from children to really grown-ups, and I think our music. Someone said the other day, and we did a radio interview, and it said that our music was very friendly to the audience. So it kind of that's when I say it brings people together, because it makes people relate to their own lives and everything. And I think the range of people who can connect with it is very big and very wide. So I'm still trying to discover exactly, but in terms of my research, I'm going at the moment for festivals and venues. And sorry to elong myself too much, but that's the idea as well, to collaborate with musicians from other backgrounds, so we can reach different audiences as well. Okay. But it's still an investigation.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the music. Thank you very much. And I'm interested that you're looking in the first series of gigs to try and work out the size of your audience.
Yeah.
Then you look beyond that and you get to years 2 and 3, and it's more of the same. Bigger gigs, more frequent, whatever. What do you see as actually creating value? Are you going to make a brand out of this, or associated album sales and so on?
Yeah, I think it's basically that's kind of like changing the collaboration, so creating new albums like with a different artistic views or expressions, and with the collaborations we can do this, and maybe with other artists from other art forms as well, we can develop different ways of expressing our music, but reaching different audiences from different art forms as well. But yes, I think developing the brand would be a
You're undoubtedly extremely talented. I'm curious as to why you're in London. I mean, you say you spend some of your time in Brazil, where I would think, at least in Brazil, they'd understand what you were singing about.
Yeah, that was a big crisis for us.
It is.
We launched yesterday our first song sang in English. So
that might be extremely good. How do you sustain yourself on a day-to-day basis? Because this is obviously, you're happy if you can break even here.
Yeah.
You're obviously employed doing something else as well.
Yeah, I'm a music teacher, music workshop leader. I work in communities. I work with different companies, including companies that were in the entrepreneur scheme the other years, as a freelance musician and workshop leader.
That sounds a very full life, and I'm curious as to I'm struggling a little. We're looking to see a business being built or something that will, grow.
Yeah.
And I find it hard to see with the limited as you're singing in Portuguese, how much you can actually take this around the UK.
Yeah,
and build
I'm
a business from
investigating that as well. I think it's a good question, and it has been following your first question. My wife is English, so we have a very strong connection with the UK, and
the ladies are always to blame for something.
yeah. But also for the beauty of music, she's been writing the words in English. She's a very good writer and musician. So yeah, I think it's a life question what you just said, and.
So time is pressing, but Jenny, do you want a final question?
Just to finish off, I wondered if you were to win the award this evening, what you would put that towards?
As I said, we're planning to record our next album over the next 6 months, so we would put into that. We want to invite a producer to because I always produced my own albums so far, so we want to start having an outside eye to that put us more into the market language of things.
I think time's up, so thank you very much. That's been very interesting.
Thank you very much.